So I'm going to show you guys the process I have going on here. This is my evaporator I just built about a couple weeks ago. We ran it for the first time last weekend, and it ran pretty well. I boiled down about a little more than a gallon of syrup, so about 55, I want to say about 55 gallons of sap. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but anyways, today we only have about 25 gallons of sap. I actually have the barrel inside the house right now because it got really cold last night and it froze the entire barrel. So I'm thawing it out as I go. Anyways, let me show you a little bit of the process here. Basically, we'll start with the trees. I got about 15 maple trees. You can see all the buckets out here. Those are all maple trees, and these are all taps with hose lines that are running down, just vinyl hose lines running down into the buckets, and then we collect them and we put them in storage. I got some storage barrels. There's one over here. We put them in these big 55-gallon storage bucket barrels, and then what I do is get the evaporator all fired up. What you have to do is boil it down. Sap is mostly clear when you store it. It comes out of the trees. Here's some sap right here. So it's mostly water. I mean, you're looking at probably 95-96% water, and the rest is sugar and other nutrients. Anyways, what you have to do is evaporate it, and it needs evaporated to pull all the water out. You want to bring it down to about 66% sugar, and that takes a lot and lots of boiling to get that to happen. So essentially, that big 55-gallon barrel over there will make about 1 gallon of syrup. So, so this is my new setup here. It's much better than the little rock formation I had going on down there. I had some cinder blocks, which I've since moved up here. The cinder blocks did a little bit better, but it really is not anywhere near as better, or near as good as the evaporator here. So this new evaporator is really just a barrel. I bought a barrel stove kit, and my brother and I cut and welded everything together. He made one that's far bigger than mine. I think he used an oil tank for his, but my operation is quite a bit, not really that big, so this little barrel evaporator does really well. So pretty soon I have one more thing to add on to this. This is the preheater coil. I'll be putting this, I've got this wrapped to match the flue over here, and I'll be gravity feeding my preheater. That's the preheat pan there. In the preheat pan, you can look into the steam here. It's really hard to see, but it drips down into the main pan, and it keeps a nice steady flow of sap into the main boil. So it preheats up here and then drips down in, and that makes it so that I don't kill my boil, because the last thing you want to do is kill a boil. It'll take a while to get back up to boiling, essentially just boiling water, and then you don't want to just dump cold sap in there to put more in. You want to preheat it. So this here, it's copper tubing. Copper has really nice heat transfer. So I'm going to wrap around this flue. It already matches. I had it test fit earlier. And then I just have to put an end on here, and then I'm going to gravity feed it from a bucket. And all I'll have to do is set a bucket up there. It's got a nice little needle valve on the end. And then I'll go ahead and adjust the flow into the pan. So it's really about the extent of the operation. Afterwards, bring it over. I finished it off here with this little camp stove. Looks like I got to get everything hooked up here, but got some pots. Those pots will be cleaned right now, so I'm gonna go work on that. And that's pretty much it. You boil it down to viscosity, and then jar it. Use a little. I have a hydrometer that I use to test the the viscosity of the syrup. Make sure you got syrup and not just kind of boiled down sap. But yeah, it's a nice little hobby. We've been doing this, I don't know, like 20, I want to say about 20 years now, since we were kids. I've only been doing it the past 5 years, 5 or 6 years, pretty steadily. Just getting back into it. And if you guys ever have questions or anything about this, just let me know. If you ever want to come out and check it out, you're more than welcome. Just let me know. And yeah, we'll talk to you later.